Hello and welcome back to Before You Summon, the show where we hate Mafuyu with all of our hearts. She is a terrible person. Before we start, as always, if you do like these episodes and you find them enjoyable or helpful for your Project Sekai endeavors, please consider subscribing. Subscribing is free, it helps out a ton to get my videos to more people, and if you ever regret your choice, you can always change your mind later. Also, down in the comments, could you please share your opinions on the new thumbnails I've been trying, as I wanna see what people think about them. But with that, let's get into the next event, being Immiscible Discord, that will run from March 21st to March 28th, with the gacha running to March 30th. Immiscible Discord is a permanent marathon event, meaning that all of the event-focused gacha characters will enter the standard gacha pool once the event is over. This is a unit-focused event with Nightcord 25 as said focus unit, and the attribute this time around is pure. The focus characters this time around are therefore Kanade, Ina, MIZUKI, Mafuyu, and finally, this is the first time we get to see Nightcord 25 Kaito. Heading straight into the event bonus section, of course, we have 3 cards with a 70% bonus that can be picked up from the featured gacha in question. The 3 cards this time around are Kanade with the card Burning Determination, Ina with the card At the Very Least During These Peaceful Moments, and finally MIZUKI with the card Pastime Shopping. Moving into the cards with a 50% bonus, this is a unit-focused event, meaning that all virtual singers with the Nightcord 25 tag in the pure attribute are capable of giving the 50% bonus. This of course also means that all virtual singers with the virtual singer tag in the pure attribute are capable of giving the 40%. As for the usable cards, we have a single 1-star in the form of the original Ina card. We have 5 available 2-stars, starting with the Ina from the Imprisoned Marionette event, the Mafuyu from the Secret Distance event, the Kanade from the event Mirage of Lights, the MIZUKI from the event On This Blank Canvas I Paint. The final 2-star card is the Nightcord 25 Len from the event This Wish Will Transcend the Morning Sky. There are 4 available 3-stars this time around, the first one being the Nightcord 25 Miku that released with the release celebration gacha. This is followed by the Kanade from the event Secret Distance, the Ina from the event From the Depths of Despair, and the final 3-star card is the Mafuyu from the event On This Blank Canvas I Paint. We also have 8 available 4-star cards, 2 of which are limited. The 2 limited cards is the Mafuyu from the half anniversary Color Fest, where she is not part of the event but she is a special Color Festival card, and the Mafuyu from the 2nd anniversary event at this festival tinged with Twilight. As for the 6 permanent cards, we have the Ina from the Sekai's Happy New Year's event, which was the New Year's event of year 1. We also have the Ina and the MIZUKI from the event Tell Me Your Problems Exciting Picnic. This is a year 1 event, meaning that Ina had a costume while MIZUKI is without one. And finally we have the Kanade, the MIZUKI and the Mafuyu from the event From the Depths of Despair. Finally, as a bonus, we do have a happy birthday card available this time around, being Kanade's 2nd happy birthday card. Of course, as already stated, this is a unit event, meaning that there are quite a few cards with the 40% bonus available to be used if you do not have a full team of 50% cards. This time around we have 6 available cards with the 40% bonus, the first one being the 1-star Luca. We also have the happy anniversary card for Meiko and Len from the first year. We have the Colorful Festival exclusive cards for Miku and Luca that came with the Colorful Festival tied to the 2nd anniversary event at this festival tinged in Twilight. And finally, the last card with a 40% bonus is the happy anniversary ring from this year. And I do think this time around that most people will be able to get a team with a 250% bonus without any bigger issues, or at least a event team with a 240% bonus. Of course, it is worth mentioning that the Nightcord 25 Len 2-star card is not yet in the gacha pool, meaning that he was only available during his event and has not yet seen any availability through summoning. We do have a very solid option for the Nightcord 25 Virtual Singer spot though, as the Miku was released with the release celebration gacha, meaning that she's been in the pool since the start, and if you have missed her, that's just kind of unlucky at that point. Of course, MIZUKI could be seen as quite a problem as she only has 2 permanent 4-stars and a 2-star card, lacking her 3-star card just yet, but I think that filling out the team with a single 2-star isn't too bad if you do not own any of the 4-stars. We also have quite a few cards with a 40% bonus if you really can't find anything to slot into the last slot to fill out your roster. I do feel like I can't really complain too much about this event, seeing as how awful the last couple events we have done have been, the Virtual Singer not being quite as big of a problem as they usually are, and the cards in the 4-star category are mostly permanent, meaning that they have been quite lenient on picking them up. It's also a pretty even spread for each of the characters, so I really do think that this is one of the more pleasant events when it comes to team building, and it's definitely not an event I sigh and groan at personally. Of course, I had to upgrade both my 40% Miku and my 40% Luca to Mastery Rank 2 to get a really solid team, but I definitely think that this event has its opportunities to build a pretty decent team as a normal player. Because of that, I think we can move over to the usability in the future of the 3 focus cards. And this time around, I'm sad to say, only 2 out of the 3 cards have seen use, Ina being the one who has not yet seen any use on the Japanese event schedule. I always feel like that's such a weird statement to say when it's a unit-focused event and all 3 of the characters come from the same unit, but in this case, Kanade and MIZUKI will see use in the same event, that event being standing next to the kind and gentle you. This event will run from May 31st to June 8th and is a Mixed Cheerful carnival event, meaning that the cards in the gachas for this event are limited cards with a special hairstyle and costume. This of course is a pure event with Kanade, Honami and Emu as its focus characters available in the gacha. The 2 side focus characters are Leonid Rin and MIZUKI. This means that the Kanade from Immiscible Discord has a slightly lower value than the MIZUKI, as Kanade is available with the 70% bonus while MIZUKI is only ever available with a 50% bonus for this event. Of course, the future usability is not meant to endorse you to summon from Immiscible Discord or discourage you from summoning from Immiscible Discord. I just think it's nice knowing if these cards will see any future use and to prepare for when they will see use again. As for the 2 exchange shop cards for the event Immiscible Discord, the 3-star this time around is a cute attribute Nightcord 25 Kaito. We did mention during the Lion Dance episode that Nightcord 25 has not had a cute event for quite some times, and that still reigns true as of this recording, meaning that the Nightcord 25 Kaito has not yet seen use on the Japanese side. As for the 2-star Mafuyu, that is of the mysterious attribute, she has seen use twice. She will first see use during the Nightcord 25 Arc Ender event, saying goodbye to my persona, that will run from July 11th to July 19th. Mafuyu is part of this event and available with a 70% bonus if you do summon her from the gacha, but of course a 2-star is always nice to have as an option if you're not planning on summoning from the Arc Ender event. On top of this 2-star Mafuyu will also see use during the event next to the Unchanging Warmth that will run from December 31st to January 7th and is a Mixed Cheerful carnival event. So these cards haven't seen an amazing amount of use, but I do think it's fair to say that they have seen a decent and normal amount of use as far as we can see on the Japanese side. I can't wait to see though when Nightcord 25 gets another pure event and these cards will actually see full-scale use again, as Nightcord 25 has not had a pure event since Immiscible Discord, which is, you know, a year ago. But with that, I think we covered everything we need to with the event bonus and the future usabilities of these cards, and we can instead move on to the card and costume showcase. So we arrive at the final question, as we always do at the end of each video. Should you summon from the event Immiscible Discord? And as always, the answer is yes. You should summon from this event if you love these cards, these costumes, or just Nightcord 25 in general. Project Sekai does not have any meta. Most games do not even have metas strong enough to discourage you from picking out the cards or the units you like the most. And this is definitely a great set of cards to pick if you're going to summon from a permanent gacha. That being said, this is a permanent gacha, meaning we have a few points we can bring up if you're still uncertain if you're going to summon from Immiscible Discord or save your gems for a later event. Standard gacha means that these cards will enter the standard gacha pool once this event ends. This means that these cards will be available from this event going forward always as an option when you pull a 4-star that isn't on banner. This also means that the cards will be available through things such as pick lists, happiness packages, special events such as the 3rd anniversary pick your 4-star voucher. They are also available through things such as free summons that you get during 3rd anniversary and New Year's. They will also be available in the exchange shop for 30 green vouchers in a year's time. Of course, through these gachas they will not be available with a rate up, but they are still available as an option to get. And this is of course unlike limited cards who are only available during their featured gacha, or the special case of the pick list limited cards that will arrive with the 3rd anniversary. That being said, we do have a few new limited cards coming up for Nightcord 25 and a few reruns as to be expected. As for limited cards, the first one we will see is Enas from this Singing City that will release after this event concludes. In this Singing City will run from March 30th to April 9th, and I think this is one of the few times we have seen a character get 2 outfits in a row, seeing as Enna is a 4-star both in Immiscible Discord and a limited costume in Singing City. This is followed by MIZUKI in Our Escape for Survival, that is a Nightcord 25 focused limited event that includes Mafuyu, Nightcord 25 Luca, and MIZUKI as the focus characters. Our Escape for Survival should be arriving next month and run from April 30th to May 9th. This is then followed by Kanade, who will get a outfit during the event Standing Next to the Kind and Gentle You, that is a pure Mixed Cheerful carnival event. Standing Next to the Kind and Gentle You should be running from May 31st to June 8th and includes Honami, Emu, and Kanade as the focus characters in the gacha. This is followed by another MIZUKI card during the event Hectic Cafe Rec, which is a Mixed Cheerful carnival mysterious event. Hectic Cafe Rec should be running from July 31st to August 8th and include Airi, Saki, and MIZUKI as its focus characters. This is then followed by Kanade being part of the 3rd anniversary Hello Good Day that should be running from September 30th to October 10th. Hello Good Day being the 3rd anniversary is of course part of a colorful festival and has the focus characters of Kanade, Ichika, Tsukasa, and Minori. Part of the colorful festival is also Kaito and Meiko as the colorful festival exclusive character, and this is also a dream pick colorful festival, meaning that you're able to pick 2 colorful festival cards of the past to make rate up again, or 2 permanent cards if you rather have it that way. This will then be followed by yet another MIZUKI limited card in the event Next to the Unchanging Warmth that should run from December 31st to January 7th, 2025. Next to the Unchanging Warmth is a Mixed Cheerful carnival in the mysterious attribute, with the focus characters being Shiho, Leonid Maiko, and MIZUKI as the last spot. Because this is a colorful festival, we also have 2 colorful festival exclusive characters being introduced in the early stages of the gacha, being Minori and Shizuku. This is then followed by the event Take the Best Shot, which has Ina's 2nd limited card in this batch. Take the Best Shot should be running from January 31st to February February 8th, 2025, and is a mixed cheerful carnival mysterious attribute event with Ina, Kohane, and Haruka being the focus characters. And this is then capped off with the final event that we can currently see of the limited variety on the Japanese server, being Relax Tea Time. Relax Tea Time should be running from February 28th to March 6th, 2025, and is a mixed cheerful carnival happy event with Kanade, Mafuyu, and Ichika being the focus characters. And of course, we gotta mention the special limited event of this year being the crossover between Sanrio and Sekai, where Ina is the representative for Nightcord 25. Ina featuring Kuromi will be part of the roster of Sanrio 4 stars with Miku, Saki, Airi, Emu, and Toya as the other 5 available ones. As always, we do not yet know if the Sanrio event will come around to the English server, so take everything with a pinch of salt, but if we're lucky, it should be running from December 5th to December 19. On top of this, we have a handful of gachas that will be rerunning during 2024. First, we should see the first ever rerun of Spoijoy Park being somewhere in mid-July 2024, between the 13th and the 17th. Of course, this is just speculation dates, as we can never say for sure when reruns will happen. Of course, Spoijoy Park has Kanade and Ina with Minori as the last spot of the gacha. And this is then capped off by the Valentine's Scent of Candles first rerun. Scent of Candles is of course Ichika, Nene, and Kanade being part of it, and this should go off somewhere mid-February between the 12th and the 15th. This is again speculation, seeing as the pattern on the Japanese server is that reruns that are going for the first time, such as Scent of Candles, which is their first ever rerun, comes a bit earlier in the month, while the second time around reruns, such as White Nights or Fluffy Dreamland Gacha, go off a bit later into the month. MIZUKI is of course also available through the Whites of Night Gacha that is currently running from the 17th to the 26th of March. If you do not currently have the funds, or you are currently busy with something else, this gacha has its second rerun confirmed in February of 2025, meaning that this gacha will rerun somewhere between the 15th and the 17th of February. As I was editing this video, Sekai decided to announce the 2 second time rerunning gachas for March month, and of course one of them is Nightcord 25 Focus, as the Wandering Hermit's Path gacha will have its second rerun in March of 2025 on the global server. This means that around the 15th to the 17th of March we will see a second rerun of Hermit's Path that includes MIZUKI and Ina, who has a hairstyle and costume, and finally Kanade being the final spot, who is a card without a costume or a hairstyle, still being rate up. There are a lot of options for new limited cards when it comes to MIZUKI, Kanade, and Ina, and I really think that you should look into if you want to summon from any of these events, as they are coming up sooner than you think. I mean, we're already at 2.5 anniversary and it just felt like we passed the second anniversary. Time is really flying right now. But with that, let's reel it back. Should you summon from Immiscible Discord, which is the event we're actually talking about? And again, I think that this is a really great event to pick if you're going to summon from a permanent event as a Nightcord 25 fan. The cards have a lot of symbolism, being involved with Mafuyu's mom and how she sees the different characters in Nightcord 25. They're quite grim and they have a lot of symbolic value with the things that we see in the different pictures, which I won't take up here as I feel like the topics are quite dark in certain aspects, especially MIZUKI's card. If you haven't looked into what MIZUKI's card for this event means, I think you really should look into the theories, as they are a stellar representation of what a terrible person Mafuyu's mom is. So I can really see the appeal of these cards. They have cool costumes, unique accessories, beautiful artworks, and I think that this story really furthers Mafuyu's story, even if I'm a bit mad that Kanade seems to have been pushed to the wayside for Nightcord 25's future stories. So if you really want the Immiscible Discord cards, go for it if it's within the budget, but if you're still on the fence, this is still a permanent event and these cards could come up later when you're summoning for something else. But with that, I think we should wrap up. If you made it this far into the video, I cannot thank you enough. Once again, I would like to request, if you would hear me out, that you share your opinions on the new thumbnails down in the comments. Do you like them? Do you dislike them? And why? And while you're down there, also tell me what you think about this event, the theories surrounding the cards, and if you're going to summon or maybe even tier for this event. I feel like this event could be very competitive, seeing it's a Kanade Nightcord 25 event, and those are usually pretty heavy on the tiering bracket. And while you're down there, please leave a like, share the video with a friend you think that this guide will help, and also ring the bell so you don't miss when the next event guide comes out. All of these things help me a lot, and I cannot thank you all, my faithful subscribers, enough for being here for me and watching my videos. But with that, I'm not holding you here any longer. Let's get out of here for the week.